Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. We're doing some hair care today. I have stretched this style in Sion's hair for about 4 weeks, which is longer than normal, but I've been able to maintain it with going in with water, oil, and moisturizer over the top of his 3-layer braids. As y'all can see, he's really excited for a new style, and I'm just prepping him by getting him some snacks and some stuff to keep him busy while I do his hair. Now I'm just gonna saturate the hair to make it easier for me to detangle with my fingers. We do have low porosity hair in this house, so the more moisture, the better. Water is not your enemy, it is your friend. We're gonna go in with that old faithful aloe vera, and I'm just gonna massage it into his scalp and work down the ends of those hair shafts because his hairstyle was up for a month and his hair tends to tangle a bit. So I'm just going to make sure I get all of that good nutrients into the hair. That way it makes it easier for a takedown process, as well as gives his scalp the nourishment and vitamins and all the moisture that he needs going in initially. And I'm just going to be very generous as I go through this process and making sure each layer is very detailedly, looked after, sought after with the attention with the aloe vera and the water. And because he is younger, he is used to getting his hair done, but I am just gonna work his head in sections. I have 3 layers, so in between each layer, I'm going to offer him some break time. That way he can still have a chance to be comfortable, be a kid, and enjoy the process of getting his hair taken care of. And it's also a good time for us to bond, mommy and son. And I hope one day he can look back at these videos if he decides to, keep growing his hair and maintaining it. He can appreciate all this hard work that your girl has put in. So these tight twists have been in for a while, so I'm just gonna pick at them a little bit with my rat tooth comb, very delicately and very gently. And as I loosen those ends, I'm just gonna go in with my fingers and unravel these flat twists that he has in his head, making sure that I don't pull or break these very sensitive coils that he has growing out his head. But I'm just gonna take my time and unravel them and stretch the hair with my fingers as I take each strand down. This process is very time consuming, but it does help the health of his hair. There's no breakage, there's no tension, even though you guys see how small these edge braids were at a point in time. And yeah, it just helps me get through the process to retain his length and his hair strands. And I'm just gonna go through the process of doing what I need to do until we get the whole head taken down. His hair is a fine hair strand. I'm not sure of the texture just yet, just because there is a obvious curl in his hair, but just like his mom's, it's very, very small. So I don't want to label his hair texture, but his hair is very fine, very coily, and it takes a lot of attention and a lot of detail for me to keep the length going, keep it moisturized and hydrated, and for him not to have any breakage. So I'm gonna stop talking. Y'all can just vibe out with us, and you can see specifically how I work all this process into his hair.
Go bow for the result, nothing to discuss, cause I did win by default and without any doubt, I'm a me happy adult, I no go feed the go, I no go feed the guys out, I'm a mindless with the dark, I put my into my job and I know I'm in trouble. She manipulate my love. Oh. I know holy and I know that get both. Like the Baba Frayo. Don't cry,
Make sure when you're working with aloe vera to soak it in water for at least 20 minutes and rinse it before you proceed to use it on any hair or skin, just preventing any of the itchiness that might come along with using this plant. All right, I'm going in with that Shea Moisture, and I'm just going to use this as my conditioner temporarily as I plait his hair out and keep it sectioned. That way it'll make my detangling washing process and the restyle much easier as I go through and, you know, work with my hands to style him and get him together. And here you get to see the many sides of Cyan from Happy to Mad. Section 1 is complete. And these are my plaits. I'm doing a 2-for-1. He will be getting a bath as I wash his hair. And I'm just going in with my herbal bath. You know, my citrus for my juicing. And there's some other herbs that I'll be putting on the screen. And I just boil it in a pot for as long as it takes me to take his hair down. And I'm going to be putting that in his bath water. That way it'll just help boost his immune system. And he can't consume any teas or herbs by pill. So what a better way to get it to him other than using his bath water. And I'm not gonna carry on too long. The detangling process does take time. I'm not gonna sit here and, you know, make you guys watch me take down his whole head, but just know this is sped up for video purposes. I am being extremely delicate and gentle when it comes to working with my child's hair. There's no popping or separation or breaking of the hair strands as I do go through with this process. Method to my madness. This is all the shedding from the entire process of washing, takedown, and restyling. And these are just some baby pictures of Cyan to show you how far his hair has come and how it's flourishing today. He doesn't wear his hair out much, but when he does, he enjoys shaking his head. These are the new products that I picked up, the Brina Organics line, this fenugreek oil, and this moisturizer is what's going to be used to style him today. And this is what he looks like fresh out of the wash. And yeah, how soft his hair is. He has that funny color, brown color. It's detangled. And our Shea Butter by Amore that he loves so much. You see, he sticks his finger in it all the time. But I'm protecting his hair and his skin. And here we go. The hair has been lightly dried. And I'm just gonna go in with this fenugreek spray toner growth serum. Spray the hair down because his hair was up for such a long time. In all those sections, we're gonna do a low maintenance twist out or twist plaiting on his hair. And just give his scalp a break, give the hair a break. And every other day, I'm just gonna spray him down with the water and oil. And that's gonna be that for the hair. Now that the hair is clean and detangled, I'm gonna go in with this moisturizer and I'm just gonna saturate the hair. I really do love this moisturizer because it just soaks into his hair so nice. It doesn't leave any residue, it's not waxy, there's no buildup. His hair just takes it in so well. And I really like the shine on it. It's not too heavy and it's just a really good product. I'm just going to use my comb here to make a natural section, if you say. Something that's not too small, not too tight. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just a natural feel for a section in the nape of his head and all over. And I'm just going to use some more moisturizer to coat the hair strands, make sure everything's sealed in and moisturized. And I'm just gonna, take 2 pieces and twist them down as I twist them together. Notice the motion of my wrist. just twist it all the way down. Here's a common mistake. You don't want to split your ends when you're doing twister braids. Just keep your sections for what they are. And if not, make sure you start all over. That'll really help in the detangling process and the takedown. Just keep the 2 sections for what they are and wrap them around each other. And if the ends are clean, which they should be, if not, you might need to trim your little ones' ends a little bit, but they should pop back and curl up at the bottom. And that's how you know how you have healthy hair strands and when you should be trimming or not. And Sion's curled pretty good. I normally trim his hair maybe twice a year, especially when he gets the little fairy knots. But so far with these routines and everything has been looking really good, and I haven't had to go in and do any snipping of the ink. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. Happy, healthy toddler hair. He got some plaits going on. I don't know if I'll ever lock Sion's hair just because his hair texture is so unique and I feel like it's very special. But he loves wearing his hair down somewhat. And now all I have to do is focus on keeping the hair hydrated and moisturized. And I also will style this as if these were locks. I can pull them up in a ponytail. I can do some other flat twist methods on here. And yeah, there you have it. A happy toddler with some healthy hair, and he loves it. And so do I. Y'all want to know how I know that Sion is my son? We went to the beauty supply store to get some oil today. And guess what this boy picked up? A coupe.
Turn around, let me see you in the coupe. Why you make that face?